Hi everyone, Amanda from Little Lotus Yoga, and I wanted to share with you today something you may have heard me talk a lot about, especially if you follow us on social media, and that's the core breath. We teach this in our prenatal yoga classes. We have a big emphasis on it in our postpartum mom and baby yoga classes, as well as it's really the key and foundation within our core restore as well. I wanted to share with you today how you can do the core breath, how the core breath works. And the reason being is because this is something that you can start doing immediately after giving birth. So it's a great way to start to connect back into your body, back into our deep core system. And I know it allows a lot of people who are thinking, I want to be doing something. So it's a great way to start, because what it's doing is it's allowing our body to retrain postpartum and start to build that new strong foundation that we can build upon as we get back into our exercise programs and our everyday active living as well. So I invite you to find a nice, comfortable seated position. You might be in a chair like I'm in now. Maybe you're sitting on the couch, or maybe you're sitting on the floor. Wherever you happen to be, allow your sit bones, those bones you feel within your buttocks, allow them to feel grounded and supported by that chair, couch, or the floor. I also encourage you, if you are sitting on a piece of furniture, to have both feet firmly planted onto the ground. And wherever you are, feel your spine lengthening, stacking vertebrae on top of vertebrae. Feel your shoulders softening down and back, away from your ears. And really feel your chest open. So feel your shoulder blades drawing back towards each other just a little bit. And as the shoulder blades come back together, feel lengthening here across the collarbone. Notice your breath as you breathe in and out of your nose. Notice if the breath is deep, full, shallow, light. And notice how it feels if you encourage yourself to really breathe deeply without, though, feeling short of breath or like you're holding your breath at any time. So it's a nice natural rhythm of inhale, exhale, but with a little bit of length and a little bit of fullness here. Each time you inhale, I want you to feel your rib cage. So you might even want to put a hand or two on either side of your rib cage. As you inhale, feel your rib cage expanding and opening. A lot of times when we inhale very shallow and high up in our chest. And so you might feel your shoulders moving. Encourage those shoulders to come down and back. And with that inhale, feel the rib cage flaring out. And as you exhale, feel it hugging back in towards your body. And then the next time you inhale, as the ribs flare out, the lungs fill with air, the diaphragm lowers, imagine your pelvic floor relaxing, softening, lengthening. And as you exhale, your rib cage hugs back in towards your body, picking up and engaging through the pelvic floor, lifting the pelvic floor like you are coming into or practicing a Kegel. And as you inhale, ribs expand, pelvic floor relaxes and lengthens. And as you exhale, pelvic floor lifts and engages. So every time we inhale, remember from our last video, as we inhale, our diaphragm lowers, and so we're relaxing the pelvic floor. And as we exhale, the diaphragm comes back up to resting, we're engaging and lifting through the pelvic floor as well. Now, our pelvic floor muscles are the same muscles we would use if we were to stop ourselves from urinating midstream, if we were to stop ourselves from passing gas. So those are the muscles within our pelvic floor. Now, I want you to think about, as you inhale and your pelvic floor relaxes and releases, ask yourself, am I pushing to relax or release? because we want to make sure that we're never pushing to relax and lengthen our pelvic floor. And so a lot of times starting out, it's a lot of mind and mental work of saying to yourself, yeah, I'm lengthening. Now let's see if I can lengthen a little bit more, to relax, to blossom through the bottom without bearing down or pushing, which can cause a lot of harm within our body. And as you exhale, think about engaging and lifting through the pelvic floor. You might imagine lifting up a blueberry through the vagina. And then inhale, let that blueberry gently go and come back to resting. Exhale big, lift up that blueberry up through the vagina. Inhale, ribs expand, pelvic floor lengthens, blueberry comes back down to the earth. And then you can add some variations to that. So we can start to focus more on the front of the pelvic floor or the back of the pelvic floor. So let's take that same blueberry analogy. This time, when you engage and lift through the pelvic floor, I want you to imagine that you're picking up that blueberry through the rectum. And so we're starting to engage the posterior part of our pelvic floor here. So inhale, expand through the ribs, lungs really fill up with air, pelvic floor relaxes, bringing that blueberry back down through the rectum, releasing it back down to the earth. And as you exhale, engage the pelvic floor, pick that blueberry up through the rectum. And then we can do the same thing through the anterior part of our pelvic floor. So the front. So this time we're going to take that same blueberry, and I want you to think about bringing the blueberry up through the urethra. So where we urinate, bring that blueberry up. And then as you inhale, relax the pelvic floor, release that blueberry all the way back down. So that is the basis of the core breath that you have probably heard us talk about a lot before, but you may be wondering, am I doing it properly, or what is it all about? And so by practicing this simple breathing exercise, which mentally a lot of the times isn't as simple when starting out, we need to retrain that mind-body connection so we can talk to parts of our body that we would like to engage and move and relax and lengthen. So as you practice this, you can do this prenatally, during pregnancy, postpartum. If you're years and years postpartum as well, it's a great way to start the basics of re-engaging through our entire core system and connecting the breath to the movement. So I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, like always, feel free to send us a message. We would love to talk more with you.